I think when organizations are trying to anchor DLT-specific business cases, they have to basically look at, are they operating or do they have access to a minimum viable ecosystem? If a single organization or two organizations are working on a use case, a question definitely that needs to be posed is there a possibility for this to develop into a network? That is primarily the question. A network or a multi-party workflow, a minimum viable ecosystem is required to make success out of the DLT business cases. And that is something that organizations have to sort of keep in mind, especially multi-party workflows where sharing of data is harder, and keeping transparency between the actions of various parties in near real time will, when there is such requirements, usage of DLT will lend itself. DLT should not be looked upon as a tool that basically works out for every specific use case, but definitely helps out where there's a long value chain of interested parties that are involved in value exchange. Those kind of use cases are probably the low-hanging fruits inside DLT. Again, DLT need not necessarily apply to only financial services. DLT use cases can be made productive in different segments of the economy.
To build a strong business case for DLT adoption, organizations should focus on the potential long-term benefits of embracing disruptive technology rather than sticking to the "if it ain't broke, don't fix it" mentality. History is full of examples where businesses that once led innovation, like Blockbuster and Kodak, became obsolete because they stopped adapting and innovating. A generation ago, a Kodak moment meant something that was worth treasuring. Today, the term serves as a reminder for us to respond proactively to technological advances. DLT and tokenization offer more than just another way to manage data or as simply an alternative way to raise funds. While some may argue that an internal ledger or cloud solution could suffice, DLT's strength lies in its ability to go beyond shared databases. Blockchain and tokenization offer the ability for companies to engage with Web3 and decentralized finance applications, reduce intermediaries, and enable self-executing transactions. In many ways, this is comparable to the transition from postal mail to email or from basic phones to smartphones. Both were upgrades that improved efficiency. If we take reference from the public markets, every significant expansion and growth has been linked to some new technology or infrastructure being introduced. Market makers, electronic trading floors, the introduction of central depositories like the DTCC, and even the mere introduction of a centralized trading venue with the very first stock exchange, London Stock Exchange in 1801, was an incredible leap of innovation. If blockchain and tokenization can make real-world assets in the same accessible form as publicly traded stocks, then I'm certain you will see demand grow. We're still at phase 1 of tokenization, but those who invest early will reap the most rewards. DLT and tokenization can act as a powerful tool for traditional companies to differentiate themselves by providing new opportunities and attract new customers.